Hi everyone, today I'm reviewing this book Betrays My Brother by Kagiso Lesego Molope. This is a young adult South African book, and we begin the book with being introduced to our protagonist Naledi, who is telling us the story of the birth of her brother. So within Naledi's family, there hadn't been a boy child in quite a while before the birth of her older brother Basimani, popularly known as Basi, and we learned that this birth of Basi was such a big deal and how valued he was, and basically how valued boys are. That's the kind of sentiments that this book is giving us, and how then anything that has will occur to Basi, people will be reluctant to believe. If Basi does anything wrong, people will be reluctant to believe that Basi is in the wrong because of how valued boys are within our society and within that community as well. So as the title suggests that this book will betray Basi, I will get into that in the sense that Basi does rape someone. I am giving this away because I don't like it when rape is used as a spoiler alert in media, or it is used as kind of like a shock value point, because I think that is very distasteful and it is a trauma that we shouldn't be using as a plot point. And I don't necessarily think that this book does it, but during my read, I was at times like confused because I knew that it was about sexual violence, but I was like, did Basi murder someone perhaps between the two? But then again, rape is kind of a form of murder, in my opinion. So Basi and Naledi live within like a more affluent part of the township, and their family is more rich compared to the rest of the township, and they go to former Model C schools which are still very much white, and they kind of are dealing with this double existence, with Basi being able to navigate both of these lives well, compared to Naledi, who's still very young, 13, and isn't able to navigate them yet. So Basi is popular at school and popular in the township, and he is best friends with a boy named Hosi, who at some point introduces Basi to this girl called Moibone, and as well Naledi meets Moibone. Moibone is described as being very, very beautiful, and Basi is very infatuated with Moibone. And at some point in the book, Naledi witnesses Basi raping Moibone, and she struggles throughout the rest of the book with negotiating the fact that this is her brother, who is very close to with her and who she loves, and the fact that he is a rapist. I got what the book was trying to do, but I don't think that it executed it well enough, because we spent more time getting to the point that Basi raped someone than Naledi trying to negotiate with the fact that this is my brother, but he did this heinous crime. And what I did enjoy, though, behind all those sentiments is the fact that it dismantles this idea that rape is committed by people that we don't know, and it is committed by like monsters, and it gets to the idea that rape is committed by people we know and people we are close to, because you see all over the news or social media the fact that people are very reluctant to believe other victims of sexual violence, especially when those victims are accusing people close to them. And Naledi is not necessarily on this side, but she is struggling internally with the fact what she saw, and she's also struggling seeing with this violence and what never happens to Basi, basically, because Basi's life continues, and Boybone's life, on the other hand, is disrupted, and she has to deal with this trauma for the rest of her life, because Basi, when they are older, becomes this great lawyer who defends women. The irony. And the rest of the community, including Basi's family, Naledi's family, especially his mother, their mother, victim blame Moibone, slut shame Moibone. They talk about how of a privilege it would be to be raped by Basi, basically. It is disgusting, the sentiments expressed, and no one ever really believes her. Naledi never speaks up about it. She tries to confront Basi at some point, but it never goes anywhere. As I said, I saw what the book was trying to execute, but I don't think that it did it very well. We didn't sit, no new ideas were formed. Like, we didn't really get into Naledi's head about what she saw much, and because she was trying to avoid it. So I didn't get what I was hoping to get within the book, and nothing new was very much presented. So I gave this book 2 stars out of 5. I still think that it's a very important book, and I think that it would be very important to teach within class and school, and like I think it's a great discussion point basically. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.